Hello dolls and welcome to Beyond Famous only on CIB24.com. I'm your host Valentine Giambattista and today I'll be looking at the lovely and elegant Cate Blanchett and this year's Oscar winner. Cate Blanchett was born on May 14, 1969 in Australia to her mother, a school teacher and a property designer, and her father, a Texas native who works as an advertising executive. Cate described herself growing up as part introvert and part wallflower, which you can definitely see in her roles as an actress. It wasn't until she attended a ladies' college in Australia that she pursued her dream of acting. In 1992, her major role was a stage production of Oleana with Geoffrey Rush. It wasn't long before Cate basically owned the theater and eventually took a swim in the film industry. Cate's first big screen role came in 1997 with the Australian film Paradise Road, starring Glenn Close and the hilarious Frances McDormand. She was nominated for her first Australian Film Institute Award for this role, but in 1998, she would be nominated for the most prestigious statue of all, the Academy Award. It wasn't very long into her film career when Cate Blanchett snagged the coveted leading role in Elizabeth, a biopic about Queen Elizabeth I. The humbled actress didn't win, but she turned many heads that year, and in 1999 would be the year that changed her life completely. In 1999, she starred in the very unsettling Italian-American thriller The Talented Mr. Ripley opposite Matt Damon, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. While she was just a supporting role, her character was absolutely vital to the suspense of the movie, and she just nailed it. What could have been a throwaway part for any actress, Cate had the elegance and the charm that stole every scene that she was in. Also that year, Cate had a supporting role in The Ideal Husband and Pushing Tin. In 2000, Cate would lead her first American movie, the horror mystery The Gift, starring Keanu Reeves, Hilary Swank, Katie Holmes, Greg Kinnear, and Giovanni Ribisi. In 2001, Blanchett starred in the first of the Lord of the Rings movies and would continue with the trilogy until its close 2 years later. In these movies, she played Galadriel, the fairest and most beautiful elf in the Middle Earth. So essentially, she played the eye candy of the movie, loaded with dwarves and hobbits. Also, in 2001, Cate continued to make strong impressions with high-profile roles in Charlotte Gray and The Shipping News. She rounded out 2001 with a Golden Globe nominee for the heist comedy Bandits, in which she was hilarious. Until 2003, Cate continued Lord of the Rings and starring vehicles like The Missing and Veronica Gerwin. However, in 2004, Cate made the 1-2 punch with The Life Aquatic and her Oscar-winning performance in Martin Scorsese's biopic, The Aviator. The Aviator stars Leonardo DiCaprio as the legendary Howard Hughes, and he's surrounded by Hollywood's finest, all playing, well, old Hollywood.
Howard, please, this is beneath you.
No, this is exactly me. You come in here out of the blue and tell me you're leaving me just like that, and you have the nerve to expect graciousness?
I expect a little maturity. I expect you to face the situation like an adult who...
Don't talk down to me. Don't you ever talk down to me. You are a movie star.
Cate played Katharine Hepburn, one of the greatest actresses of all time, and Blanchett just absorbed the role. She definitely deserved the Oscar for her best work. The Aviator virtually propelled Cate onto stardom, but she kept her humbled approach to her work and didn't sell out. In 2006, she starred in 3 Oscar-nominated titles, the global ensemble Babel, opposite Brad Pitt, the character thriller Notes on a Scandal, where she played a cunning battle of the wits, and the legendary Dame Judi Dench, and The Good German with George Clooney and Tobey Maguire. 2007 will be remembered as the year Cate Blanchett blew us away. She literally played a version of Bob Dylan in the multi-actor biopic I'm Not There. Despite being a woman, she played Dylan better than any men who played versions of Bob Dylan throughout the movie. Also that year, she returned to the role that started it all with Elizabeth the Golden Age, which chronicled the later years of Queen Elizabeth I's life. 2008 saw her repairing with Brad Pitt in the cinematic classic The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Also in 2008, she played her first villain role in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Neither the movie nor her performance was acclaimed or even well-liked, but she had a lot of fun playing the bad guy, and it definitely shows. In recent years, Cate has calmed down with the amount of roles she takes on. Since 2010, she has played the female lead in Ridley Scott's Robin Hood, the bad guy in Hannah, and returned to the cameo in the first installment of the Hobbit trilogy, which is technically the prequel, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This year may be the year in which Cate Blanchett becomes a legend. She won almost every award she was nominated for her leading performance in Woody Allen's Blue Jasmine. Blue Jasmine is about a formerly poor adopted girl who marries rich and gives up on her own ambitions for a New York life of riches and luxury. When that all comes crashing down, Jasmine, played by Cate, does not know how to react and finds it difficult to adjust to the more modest lifestyle. Jasmine moves from New York to San Francisco and lives in a flighty sense of grandeur and denial as things get worse for her. The performance requires the actress to literally become a different person with multi-layers of personality. Every line in this movie must have been meticulously thought out before delivered, and for that, we love you, Cate.
1 minute you're on top of the world, the next, guy turns out to be a crook. Well, how long are you planning on staying with Ginger?
No one wants to get out of here as fast as I do.
I'm sure this is a big come down from what you're used to.
You'll be very happy to know that I lost every cent.
From stage to screen, being humble and never aging, she also doesn't do plastic surgery, Cate Blanchett was born a legend, and with her second Oscar, her legend will only get bigger. That's it for this week's episode of Beyond Famous, only on CIB24. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Stay golden.